today I'm gonna cover last minute revision for Edexcel IAL Information Technologies Unit IT. This one is Unit 1 revision syllabus. So the first chapter is hardware and software. So inside the hardware and the software, the important part that is always come in the exam, which is connectivity, that one is USB, HDMI or Ethernet. Okay, inside the MCQ question they will ask you about the type of the speed they have, which one is more faster, why we able to send the video through the like audio through the Bluetooth, but we need the Ethernet for transferring the video. Similar type of questions you will guys will get. Then there is one question for the security features. Learn about how to make our computer more secure, whatever the features they are provided. Then there is energy consumption, which is how we can consume the energy, like using the battery that have more energy, similar like that. Then study about GPS, how the GPS is working, how it detect the location, everything like this. Like they will ask you some question about GPS, how where a person is going to a market, how the device identified that this is the location of his office or his reach on the market, how this happened. This type of question can come. Then come to the sensor. For the sensor you guys can get some of the question like how to identify that that something fire is happening there, or they will provide you some a scenario about how the sensor is working, and they will ask you you can came up with some of the other sensors that can detect something others. Then learn about processor, how the CPU is working inside our computer. Then RFID, NFC is one of the most important things, important topic that you will get. Maybe there is 4 to 5 mark you will get with these things if it come. Then obviously calculate the data file size, time needed to transmit a file. This is the calculation. You don't have to do the calculation, just show the expression. This is one of the common question in and each and every question paper has this question. So try to fill up each and every question paper for the calculation questions. Then how to assess the performance of digital devices, like how you can increase the performance of the digital devices. When you are increasing the performance of these digital devices, it is increases the speed, right? The capacity, portability means you can carry it to anywhere. Bandwidth means you have more, more path to transfer the data, similar like that. Power efficiency means whatever the battery you are using, it is more power efficient, similar like that. Then go with the system and application software. System software is operating system, whereas the application software is the software that we use in our daily life. One of the example is calculator, right? Browser, that one is we are using in our daily lives, and we directly communicate with that application software, whereas system software is working behind us. The role of the operating system in managing. So this is one of the important question you guys can get. How the operating system in managing the devices, they can recognize, right? Whenever you are connect to a mouse to your USB port on your laptop, how it will identify that this is the mouse. Your operating system help you to identify, right? Then how operating system help processor, user and security. Revise all these things. Then come to understand the different source of software and copyright types. So we have to understand what is the meaning of free software, that means it is free. What is the meaning of open source? What is the meaning of proprietary? That means this is a paid one. What is the common? This one carries a license, Creative Commons. Okay, go through your notes and read all this. Then understanding the license option. What is the license option? So single user means when you buy a specific software, a single user can use it. That one is a single user license. Where you can also buy as a team, right? So like as a team, or maybe there's an option 2 people or 3 people can use that. That one is a multi-user. So you can just give them 2 email. Based on 2 email, 2 people can access that particular software. Institutional is an institute buy a software for 100 people in their team, similar like that. Network, go and search about the network. This is also important things, like the software they are buying, only on that network that software can be available to the user, similar like that. Understand the purpose of and how to manage software update, patch, and upgrade compatibility. This is one of the common questions. Sometimes they will ask you why we need patch, software patch, why we need to upgrade our software. We need to upgrade our software because if we upgrade our software, if we don't upgrade our software, there is a chance of vulnerabilities. What is the compatibilities issues? If you are trying to use your Windows 10 into your like iPhone, sorry, not iPhone, Core i3 or something hardware issues, because in today the processor they're using 64-bit, whereas in previous the processor using like 32-bit. So you can't install some of the software of they're using 64-bit inside the 32-bit PC. That one will create a compatibilities issues. This is one of the thing that you will get. Then move to chapter number 2, which is network. So this is one of the two common question that you will get most of the time. What is client server and what is peer to peer? Then for network communication protocol, learn how the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and Ethernet work and what is the speed for these three. Okay, which one is more faster? What is the security issues between them? All those things. Then use of network standard and protocol. TCP IP is the most common thing that will come. Try to write the diagram as well using the F protocol type as well. Okay, upper bottom, layer bottom. Try to remember the diagram and each keyword inside the diagram. Then for the wireless, they can ask you how microwave work, how radio work, light, satellite, right? For the wire, there's a two type of wire. One is twisted and one is cable. How these two are work. And the fiber is using light, right? And the power line is uses electricity. This is one of the important thing that might come inside your fill in the blanks type of questions. They can ask you if we are using a GPS, what type of medium they are using, what is the connectivity, similar like that. Understand a variety of network matrix. So network matrix is speed is one of the factor, bandwidth, packet loss. This is one of the most common question that is coming. What is the meaning of speed and bandwidth? They will ask you a number of definition regarding this. Okay, then understand the role of component in network. So this is the particular thing that I find out like from 2019 to 2023. This is the most common thing that came. They can ask you what is the meaning of switch, bridge, gateway, router, server. We all know NIC, right? NIC is actually our MAC address are included inside these things. This is a physical thing. We can able to change our MAC address. Wireless access point. What is wireless access point? Go through each of my question video that I uploaded. From there I already mentioned about the what is the meaning of access point. Access point is not similar like Wi-Fi. Access point is actually uses to extend the range of the Wi-Fi. Okay, but still you can write is a wireless connection, similar like that. What is hub? What is the difference between hub and gateway? What is the difference between hub and router? Router can identify the IP address and based on that they can send the packet, right? Router is the most smarter. Switch is also smarter, but hub is not that much smarter. Hub cannot able to get the IP address. This is one of the difference. Now learn about the difference between IPv4 and IPv6. This is the important question. I think 4 or 2 mark will come. So try to identify the structure. Which one is IPv6 is using hexadecimal? What is the IPv4 is using, right? What is the difference? This one is using more bit compared to IPv4. Which one is more secure? Try to find out all this. What is media access control? Access control is a unique number that represent a particular devices. We can't able to change that number because this is attached to each computer and laptop. How to secure a network using both hardware and software. Okay, so the thing is that you guys have to learn the firewall, anti-malware, user control, access right and profile, authentication type. There is two type of authentication. One is password, another one is three type. Two factor means is a Gmail type of thing. When you type your password, an OTP is sent to your mobile and you have to write your OTP. After that you can access to your Gmail. The other one is biometric, which is fingerprint, iris scanner, similar like that. And the last one is encryption technique. So this is one of the common question that came, I think, 2 to 3 times. So they can ask you why we need the encryption, how the encryption is working. So when a client is sending the data to the server, during the time that data is going like passing inside the server, that time the data is transferred to encrypted using ciphertext. That means they totally change the file data by using some unique code inside that data. So if a hacker try to hack that particular file, they won't able to understand, but it can only get the access when it pass to the receiver. The receiver have the decryption key. So when the receiver open the file, the decryption key will decrypt the data and the receiver can view what is the data inside the file. Okay, and this is the network diagram. I think 8 or 12 or maybe 10 mark will be inside this network diagram. Go through every question paper from 2009 to 2023, find out all the network diagram and complete every things, right? I think there will be 4 to 5 network diagram out there. Complete each and every diagram, so it will help you to guess or access the idea how it works. Then chapter number 3, which is the online environment. Okay, so understand the difference between static and dynamic web page, the need of use of different dynamic. Static is actually a static thing. There is no connection with the database. Dynamic is a dynamic. There's a connection with the database. One of the example for dynamic web page is a Facebook. What is client side servering? What is server side servering? Client side is like when I'm typing in anything on the browser, I'm working as a client. Okay, server is when I request something to the browser requests it to the server. That one is a server scripting. So there is some detailed thing. Go through your notes and try to get a detailed note about what does all mean. What is a domain name? So this type of question can came like why were you we are not using the IP address, why we are converting the IP address to domain name? Because IP address, the number is quite harder for people to remember, right? So that's why they shift it to domain. Like each and every, like for the British Council we have a Pearson is one of the domain for that website, but behind that domain there's an IP address, right? So they are providing the domain name for each private IP address whatever the people are buying, right? Understand the security features to personal data stored and method of protection. This is a 12 mark questions. How you can provide the security to data stored online and what type of protection you guys can give, right? Then this is also another question which is a 8 mark question. Sorry, not 8 for you, it is a 12 mark. This one also 12 mark. Digital footprint. How a person can use the internet to increase their digital footprint, and how the digital footprint can increase their sales, similar like that they can ask you. The concept of online community, that online communities exist on social and professional purposes. That means online community, we have a number of Facebook group, that one is one of the example of the online community, and how you guys can use your online communities as a professional purpose. Go through and search on the internet and write all these questions, because this is one of the question that you guys will obviously get 12 mark. Now the thing is that the monetization option, this one is maybe you guys can as a MCQ question, or maybe 2 marks or 3-4 marks question. That one is what is the mean of pay per click advertisement. That means when you click on the advertisement, they are getting the paid. Selling customer data, some of the company they are selling the customer data, and based on that they are getting paid. What is the meaning of paywall? Paid subscription. Sponsor content, revise all this. Use and impact of cloud storage, right? So one of the example of cloud storage is Google Drive. Cloud storage is giving us the accessibility from anywhere we can access this cloud storage, right? We can increase the size of our cloud storage instead of changing our devices, similar like that. Now the chapter 4 is IT system. For IT system, learn about the concept of IT system, hardware, software, process, and people, right? So in a simple way, if I say when we buy a computer or software, we always have to identify that software or the particular hardware must need to fulfill the requirement of the user, right? Understand the concept for fitness for purpose when evaluating system. So when you guys are evaluating system, what will be the fitness for purpose? Then understand the this one is 12 mark. Understand the concept of and the need of data flow diagram. Okay, go through your each and every question paper, there will be a data flow diagram, maybe 3 or 4. Go and solve each and every data flow diagram, because this is a question which will carry, I think, 10 mark or 12 marks, so it is quite important. Understand the concept of and the need of flowchart. Why we need flowchart, why we need data flow diagram. Learn this definition. Flowchart also carry 10 marks question. Then come to the last one, which is, sorry, last not last no question, chapter number 5, which is, oh, I already carry the chapter number 4, IT system. Sorry, this one will be database and information. Okay, information. Understand the difference between data and information. What is the meaning of data? When a word comes as a raw, that one is a data, but when it provide a meaning, it is a information. Understand the scores of and the difference between structured and unstructured data. This is one of the most important question. What is the structure and unstructured? When we're assigning the data inside our Excel sheet, this is one of the example of a structured data. Okay, understand the value to organization to extracting meaningful information from the data. This type of question you will get as a 12 mark. They will ask you that one of the bus company, they try to shift their this is one of the example, they try to shift their manual work to database. Okay, then what was the meaningful extracting thing they can find out? So they can find out the number of sales occurring during a particular month, right? This can give you a valuable insight to them that can increase their sellings. This can show them like which time the customer are mostly available, which time the customer are not that much available, so that they can provide the promotion, similar like that. Understand the relational database. It may be 2 marks question or MCQ you will get. Learn what is the meaning of primary key. Is a unique thing, right, that represent a table. What is the foreign key? When another table is taking the primary key inside their field. That one is one of the example of a foreign key. Composite key, record and field. Revise all this. Learn the relationship diagram. Same. Go through your question paper, find out all the relationship diagram they have and solve that. Understand how and why SQL is used to manipulate data, and why we are using SQL to manipulate data and data structure. Because we are using, don't confuse about why SQL means database, not. We use the SQL queries because it is quite easier and anyone can able to understand. There is a lot of resources on the internet. Okay, so people can easily understand about this. So this is the most popular one, so that's why we use that thing, similar like that. The know how to select and use appropriate command language. That one is, you have to, they will give you some query language or ask you create a table, delete a particular field, similar like that. So learn about the query, how to use the insert, amend, delete, how to join union, link table using union, where to use the where you can use the wildcard. I already provide you a link here, so go through this link and there you will get everything about SQL. Just go through whatever they're saying, like insert, delete, join. Okay, now question number 6 is wider issue. This is one is, sorry, not question, chapter number 6 is wider issue. This is the last chapter and most of the 12-mark question is coming from this chapter. So they are saying the environmental impact of construction use and disposal of the information technology equipment. For this question, Go to my May 2022 Unit 1, where you can get this question is coming as a 12, the last questions. So you guys can understand what does it mean. Understand the positive impact that information technology makes to environment monitoring. For this one, first go through how the smart houses and smart cities can make it more efficient, right? For the smart houses, one of the example we can use is a Zigbee that can help us for give us the notification about which of the particular devices uses how much energy, similar like that. Understand the legal association with the information, the legal, moral, and ethical. This is important. Okay, go through this thing. And how data protection, copyright, and computer misuse. If someone is doing the computer misuse, like without the other permission, they access their email, what will be the legal protection that the internet are providing? What will be the moral, what will be the ethical issues? Okay, go through and find out this is thing. So this is actually the, I just make it shorter from your syllabus so that it will be easier for you to do the last minute revisions. So thank you. Please subscribe and like to my channel.